And to be honest, we have this idea of perfectionism, and I'm very much a perfectionist person. And some of the questions that have really helped for me through the process of refueling and relearning some of my mindsets and the areas that aren't serving me. Because obviously I can't change my personality. My personality is the way that it is. I'm not trying to not be a kind of perfectionist type A person, but it's saying I don't have to be perfect. I just have to be okay. It just has to be okay. We're not striving for perfectionism because there's no such thing. It's just, instead of it has to be perfect. It has to be okay. It's almost like practice makes perfect. No, practice makes good. Practice makes improvement. But we don't always have to be improving, and we don't always have to be reaching this idea of success now. And it's undefined. We don't even know what success is anymore. And I think it's constantly because the goalposts are always changing. And I don't just mean this in everyone's constantly posting on social media how much money they're making, what they're doing, who they're hanging out with, who they're dating, what sport they're doing, what they're training for. But it's also the diet trends are constantly changing. So you almost feel like you cannot win. You start a new diet and then it changes to something different, and something else is being promoted and something else is being promoted. And then there's a new campaign for this, and then another celebrity is on Ozempic. And there's a point where, and I don't think we've reached this point yet, we haven't turned counterculture. We haven't turned to the point where we're like, this is actually ridiculous. And I don't know when we're going to reach that point, but I'm definitely feeling it. And I think a part of building RED-Scue was because I didn't see really another community out there that was promoting through physical, tangible fuel and products to have you need your carbs and your micronutrients that you're missing from not being able to, or not fueling properly and not fueling adequately and not fueling enough and not fueling consistently. And I just had the generic advice of eat more and train less. And when training has become the crux of your life, being told to do that is like being told to stop being you. And that is the hardest part, because sport and exercise and food and diet and mindset is not just concepts. They're not just concepts. They are actually you, and they are your identity, and you've embodied them for so long thinking that it was the right thing to do. But you're the definition of this disciplined, productive person that society has always told you is the best person to be. And I think that's why the external, we can't just say intentional and unintentional REDs, because the external and the internal are completely overlapped.